In this video, we will see the next subtopic from the circles chapter, which is about circles through 3 points. Before we see circles through 3 points, let us see what happens when there is only one point. Suppose there is one point given to you P. How many circles can you draw passing through this point? If you see, you can draw. Here I have drawn few circles, but you can draw infinite number of circles passing through this point P. So I can have another circle here, 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 all these circles such that those circles will pass through the point P, correct? So you can have infinite number of circles passing through one point. What if you are given 2 points? Suppose you are given 2 points, then how many circles can pass through these 2 points? Again, you can see I can keep on drawing infinite number of circles passing through the points P and Q. Okay, so you can see few circles I have drawn here. Some more I can draw like this. I can draw a circle like this. Then I can draw a circle say like this, such that it passes through the 2 points. So I can draw infinite number of circles passing through any 2 given points. So you saw, if one point is given, you can draw infinite number of circles passing through it. If 2 points are given, again you saw, you can draw infinite number of circles passing through 2 points. Now what if 3 points are given to you? Let us see what happens if 3 points are given to you. Suppose you have 3 points and these 3 points are non-collinear. Suppose these 3 points are collinear points. What do you mean by collinear? Those 3 points lie in a straight line or in the same line. So if you see, I have kept a ruler here and you can see these 3 points lie in the same line. Similarly, these 3 points. Okay. So if you see here, if you take any 3 points which are collinear points, then how can you draw, or how many circles can you draw passing through the points? Now when I go to draw, I have to see that it passes through at least, not all 3, then at least 2 points. Okay. So if I draw in such a way, it's only possible for me to draw in such a way that only 2 points, okay, will pass through only 2 points. So if I take circle like this, you can see that the third point which is there, it lies outside the circle. Suppose I take a circle in such a way. So when you have 3 collinear points, either when you draw a circle passing through 2 points, either the third point will lie outside the circle, like in this case, or the third point will lie inside the circle, like in this case. So only these 2 cases are possible when you have 3 collinear points. Okay, so the third point will lie inside or outside the circle passing through the 2 points, or passing through 2 points. Now what if these 3 points are non-collinear? Okay, so let us see what happens if the points or the 3 points are non-collinear. What do you mean by the 3 points are non-collinear? They don't lie on the same line. You can see one point is here, other point is here, and the third point is here. So if I draw a line, you can see that all 3 points don't lie in the same line. So these are 3 non-collinear points. Now let us see what happens if you have 3 non-collinear points. Okay, so let us join these points. So if I join them by line, this is how I get the points as AB and BC. Next, you consider the line segment AB and you draw a perpendicular bisector to the line segment AB. So now let us draw a perpendicular bisector of AB and AC. So you already know how to draw a perpendicular bisector. I will show you how to draw a perpendicular bisector. Suppose I want to draw a perpendicular bisector of AB. Then what I have to do is, I have to take this more than half. Okay. So if this is AB, then I have to take this distance more than or that of AB, or more, okay, more than half of the distance of AB. Then you mark an arc here like this, up and down. Then take the point A, and without changing the length of this, you have to keep your pointer on A and cut the first arc. Okay, so this is how you have to do it. Now you see you will get one point here. Okay, point of intersection here and here. Now you have to draw or join these two points. Okay, draw a line and join these 2 points. Now this is a perpendicular bisector. If you want, you can check whether it is perpendicular. So you can see it's a perpendicular. Now if you measure the length of this chord, okay, the total length was 4 centimeters, and after drawing the perpendicular you get this midpoint as 2 centimeters. So you know the chord has been bisected by the perpendicular. So this is how you draw a perpendicular bisector. Now this is a perpendicular bisector of AB. Okay, so now similarly you can draw a perpendicular bisector for CB also, or BC. So similarly let us draw a perpendicular bisector for BC. So I'll keep my pointer here and I have to take this more than half. Okay, so this is half, then you have to take it little more than half. Then you mark a point up. Now this is your line, so mark a point up and down, mark an arc, sorry. Then you take your pointer on C, and without changing this length or this distance, you cut the arc above and below. So you have cut the arcs above and below. Now you have got this point and this point, and then you join these 2 points with a line segment. So now if you see, this will be perpendicular, okay, and also this is your BC. If you see the length, the total length was 4.5 and I've got half of that, that is around 2.25. Okay, so you have seen how to draw a perpendicular bisector. Now after you draw a perpendicular bisector, you must have noticed that these 2 perpendicular bisectors, they meet at this point, correct? So these 2 perpendicular bisectors meet at the point, or they intersect at this point, this and this line. So let me name the perpendicular bisectors first. So let me name this as PQ and RS. Now these 2 perpendicular bisectors, they are meeting at this point, okay, and let me call this point as O. Now if you see, what is this distance? If you see, this distance is 2.7. This distance is also 2.7. Okay, now if you, this is the point A from point O is at the distance 2.7, and this is also at the distance 2.7. Okay, so I can say OA is equal to OB. Then let us see the point or the distance of the point C from O. Now this is also at the distance, if you see, 2.567. So this is also at the distance 2.567. Okay, so all these 3 points are at the same distance from this point O. So distance OA is 2.7 centimeters, OB is 2.7 centimeters, and also OC is 2.7 centimeters. So all these 3 points are at the same distance from point O. Okay, so after you do that, what you have to do is you have to take your compass, place your pointer here and take this distance. Okay, all this distance will be same. You take OC distance, OA and OB all are same. So if I take this distance and then try to draw a circle passing through this with this distance. Okay, so when I draw a circle with this distance will be the radius of the circle. So when I draw a circle, you can see that this circle passes through the points A, B and C, correct? So you can see when you draw a circle with the distance OA or OB or OC, any you can take because all three have equal distance. You can see that the circle passes through all the 3 points. Okay, so with this point and this distance, you can see you can draw only one circle passing through all the 3 points. So from this, what can you conclude? If you are given 3 non-collinear points, how many circles can you draw passing through all the 3 points? You can draw only one circle. Now if you are given 3 collinear points, then at a time you can draw a circle passing through only 2 points. Okay, so if you try to draw a circle, you cannot draw a circle passing through all the 3 points at one time. Okay, so only maximum number of points that you can take is 2 points. So when you do that, either the third point will lie outside the circle, okay, or the one point will lie inside the circle. So that happens when you have 3 collinear points. And if you have 3 non-collinear points, then you saw you can draw one circle, only one circle passing through all 3 points. So what is the number of points you require to draw a circle? Okay, minimum number of points to draw a single circle. If you want to draw only one circle passing through all the 3 points, then what I mean is only one circle you can draw passing through all the 3 points. Okay, so if you take any other circle, you will not have all the 3 points lying on the circle. So again, if you have 3 non-collinear points, then there is one and only one circle passing through 3 non-collinear points. So this gives rise to the next theorem, which says, so what does the theorem say? The theorem says that given any 3 points, okay, if you have 3 points, there is one and only one circle passing through given 3 non-collinear points. Okay, if you have 3 non-collinear points, you can draw only one circle passing through 3 non-collinear points. This is your next theorem.